If you knew someone who wanted to stop watching adult content, what would you tell them? It's not that you're trying to abstain, rather, your approach is flawed. That's the appropriate way to look at it. You're trying to figure out how to improve your life. Stick around till the end of the video. Consequences of the use of adult content include the loss of freedom of expression, the potential loss of educational utility, and the loss of pleasure. But despite all that, I still wouldn't call it a social network on the internet. I don't think anyone emerges from an encounter with adult content's material feeling like a better person. And it does no good to the people who create it or the people who view it. You might argue, well, it's because they've been shaming about intercourse from the moment they were born, and that's a result of our crooked culture. And you know, in a utopian world, we wouldn't have that shame. And you know, it's a lot more complicated than that. Why is it that you prefer to use your laptop late at night when no one else is around? Where did we go wrong? Nothing really, simply that we need to get rid of our collective shame. That's probably not the right answer. It's more like, no, probably not. Because this is such a remarkable technological advancement, it has captured the attention of today's young men. It was the driving force behind the creation of the internet, and it cruelly exploits people's sense of priority and motivation, subjecting them to what biologists refer to as superstimuli on a constant basis. To illustrate, picture a biological stimulation that influences you, and then imagine that you can amplify that stimulus. Professional adult movie stars, as opposed to their amateur counterparts, tend to have their more erotic, suggestive physical features played up. Men are drawn in because they are visual in their processing of erotic content, which also piques their interest. Go out and start dating. If you can't find a suitable partner, then this is a sign that you need to alter your current approach to finding love. As a matter of fact, it is a sign that you need to make some changes, as there is no clearer sign that this is the case. If no one wants to be intimate with you, it's the ultimate rejection, and I can see why men would be afraid of that. People who advise males against committing to women in a long-term, committed way make perfect sense, and I can see where they're coming from. I've seen this have extremely negative consequences for a number of people already, and it's because they're offering a lot of young boys who need a kick in the back door and a rationalization to go out there. Guys who would rather not put in the effort to cultivate meaningful connections turn to adult content as a substitute for actual human interaction. The question then becomes how to reawaken your sensibilities. Someone can counter with, well, you know, is it really necessary? Perhaps there is no problem with adult contents. But have you ever met a man who takes pride in his adult contents, viewing habits, and says, hey, I'm that guy? Not a soul seems to share that sentiment, and that tells me that, yes, we do know that it is very cheap. My opinion is that the study demonstrates that the rates of crime perpetrated by men against women really fall if adult content is introduced into a community. Therefore, the medium may serve a useful purpose, while such a reductionist view ignores adult content's multiplicity of other consequences. Young men today can see more stunningly naked women in a single day than any man in the history of the world has seen or even knows about. Isn't there something more significant than that? That's a big deal if you think it won't affect you. Consequently, don't mistake the phony for the genuine, and don't discount the value of sacrifice. If you knew someone who wanted to stop watching adult contents, what would you tell them? Well, I gave some advice about giving up booze just now, and I'd like to add that the wrong way of thinking about it is that you're attempting to give up adult content. Since you want to improve your life, the proper frame of mind is that you must do so. The problem isn't the movies, it's that you're not living the life you want to live. What you need is a vision of life that's more compelling than these movies, and what you need is a counter-vision that scares you. You need a well-thought-out story to tell yourself about why this is not right for you, because adult content is obviously extremely rewarding in the short term, but you will suffer from the medium to long-term ramifications of its use. Consider how it is causing you harm, how it is degrading you, how it may be causing you embarrassment or humiliation, and how it may be causing you to withdraw socially. In such a case, I suggest you give some serious thought to doing some mental and behavioral spring cleaning. If you have any suspicions that these movies are bad for you, you probably already know that you should stop doing it. However, In addition to simply refraining from adult content, you may also find it helpful to document all the negative effects you believe it has on you. It's not helping you and is, in fact, hurting you in some significant manner. That you should be fully aware of what those ways are, that you should take them seriously, and that you should determine whether or not that's the road through life you wish to walk on. You should focus on improving one of your weaknesses in order to significantly increase your overall strength. Click the like and subscribe buttons if you found the video useful. Please join us again in the following video.